This is the water meter. It's in the sidewalk around the front of the house. Okay. Now, one thing I cannot locate. If I can find one, I'll bake it into the report later. But in the meantime, I haven't found a main water shutoff valve to this house. So you might be using this valve right here. That's probably why the lock was taken off of the meter cap. Didn't need a key. So parallel is on, perpendicular is off. This valve does not belong to you. It's on this side of the meter. Anything on the other side of the meter belongs to you. You should have a main water shutoff valve that does not require special tools, so that in an emergency you can turn off the water to the house. As it is, the utility company will probably get upset if you use that, but that might be your only option. That doesn't mean that it's correct. That's just your only option is located right there. This is a flow indicator. It's a little sprocket right in here. Some people call it cheater wheel or cheater paddle. Call it what you will. It's very sensitive. If water's running inside the house, that little sprocket is turning. That is not a, how should I say, that's only for potable water supply. That's not a drain test. That's not a sewer test. That's a water supply test. And right now, this indicates that we've passed the water meter test. Yay! We'll move on along over here. This is the closest bib faucet to the meter, and we're looking for no more than 80 psi. And we have a little more than 80 psi. I'm going to come back and check that in just a few minutes. It's supposed to sit for a little bit. Oh. Nope, that's for the sprinkler system. We're going to get to that in a minute. Also, since this is the meter video and the water pressure video, also I'm supposed to identify the main sewer cleanouts. And this is a PVC retrofitted cleanout, 3-inch. I'd like to see a double cleanout. There might be a double cleanout hidden someplace in the bushes over there, but I can't see it. I can only find a single sewer cleanout, but this is where the sewer cleanout's located. Now let's talk about the lawn sprinkler system for a little bit. I cannot find a check valve for the lawn sprinkler system. I've been stabbing the ground. Hey, I've been stabbing the ground. I don't know if you can see the dimples in this, but anyway, I was looking to hit the cover, trying to find it. I cannot locate a check valve for the lawn sprinkler system. Now, a check valve is important because, one, if it's buried here, you need to know where it is, because they're supposed to be serviced once a year. So if it's buried, you don't know what kind of condition it's in, and right now you don't even know if you have one. And that prevents the water from going into the lawn sprinkler system and filling up all the piping in your yard, and then you lose pressure, and then the piping drains back into the city's water, and then everybody gets to drink your yard water. That's why it's important, including you. You get to drink your yard water. Another thing I'm not seeing on the lawn sprinkler system is a weather sensor. And again, if I find one, I'll be glad to mention it to everybody. But until I find one, you don't have one. That's also a clue, an indication, a symptom, if you will, of a home installed system. And on existing systems, you don't even lawn sprinkler systems. On existing lawn sprinkler systems, you don't even, the ground will push the piping too close to the surface, and sometimes it even comes out of the surface. But if it wasn't installed by a professional, you don't even know how deep it was installed to begin with. It might have been installed plenty deep and you never have a problem with it, better than required, but some requirements have been foregone, and it would be reasonable to assume that the same business model would carry over to burying the pipes.